I'm live, so I'm going to wait a couple of minutes to see if anybody pops on. It is Saturday, 5:05 p.m. Switzerland time. That would make it 8 a.m. on the West Coast in the United States, 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. East Coast. Hi, Catherine. So what I'm doing today, it's Saturday. What I'm doing today is I'm going to remake the sauce that we made the other day when we made the pot stickers, because a lot of people didn't see how we actually made it, and it is so good I could actually drink it and eat it with everything, dip meat in it, dip the pot stickers in it. So these are the pot stickers that I made the other day, and so today I'm just going to reheat them, and then I'm going to remake the sauce. So let me stick those in the oven, and then while they are heating up, then I can make the sauce. So I'm putting it in at 350 for about 15 minutes, and then it should be nice and warm. Okay. So I'm going to use this, and okay, so the dipping sauce is amazing. It is 43 calories per serving, 2 carbs, and each batch equals 2 servings. So I'm going to actually make 3, multiply it 3 times, make 3 batches. And because I want a little bit more, and I know that my non-keto hubby that absolutely loves this recipe is going to want to have some too. So let's see, I do have a few members that are in Switzerland with me. I'm in Switzerland from America, but I've been here for 3.5 years. And so I'm going to be showing some of the products that I use because they are just getting started as well. So the dipping sauce calls for 1 teaspoon peanut butter, 1 teaspoon sriracha, 1 teaspoon olive oil, a 1/2 teaspoon soy sauce, a 1/2 teaspoon rice wine vinegar, 1/2 lime juice, salt to taste, 1/2 teaspoon ginger garlic paste, and I added 1 teaspoon of stevia because I just thought it needed something extra. When Catherine and I were making this the other day, we both thought it could use something extra, and putting in the stevia just made it amazing, elevated the taste. So when you're doing strict keto, you don't really want to be using soy sauce. You want to stay away from the soy for inflammation purposes. So I use, in the United States it would be coconut aminos, and hi Brenda. In the United States you would be using coconut aminos in place of soy sauce, and in Switzerland it's called aromas condiment. So this is what I get, and I get it from Migros or from Coop. And the peanut butter that I get is an all-natural peanut butter. You want to be reading the ingredients when you buy peanut butter if you're going to be using it, and make sure that it says nothing more than peanuts and salt. So that's what I get. So in Switzerland it's the New 3 brand, and I order it online. Hi Aunt Pam. So I'm going to, the recipe calls for 1 teaspoon peanut butter, and I'm making 3 batches at once, so I can save some in a jar. So I'm going to be doing 3 teaspoons of the peanut butter into the cup, and then followed by, it calls for a teaspoon of sriracha. So the sriracha sauce here, I think it pretty much looks the same as in the United States, but I noticed on here that it's 16 carbs for 100 grams. Now 100 grams is like 1/4 of the bottle, and obviously I'm not going to be using that much, but this chili garlic sauce has 2.7 for the same amount, and in my opinion it tastes way better. So I'm going to be using the chili garlic sauce instead. Again, I'm not using 100 grams of it, so it's going to be far less than that in carbs. But so for this, it's 1 teaspoon. And again, I'm doing, multiplying it by 3. So I'm doing 3 teaspoons. And then olive oil, and I use extra virgin olive oil. So the recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of this, and I'm gonna do 3. And again, the dipping sauce recipe is 43 calories and 2 carbs, and that's for 2 servings. So it's going to be about 20 calories and 1 carb for each serving. Okay, so now I'm going to get the coconut aminos, and it calls for half a teaspoon of this. And I'm going to do 3. Now the recipe calls for salt to taste, but in my opinion, this is salty enough, so I'm not adding the salt. And then half a teaspoon of the rice vinegar. I use this. And so I'm going to do 3 of these, half a teaspoon. Then it calls for half of lime juice. I'm not doing 1 1/2 limes. I'm not multiplying that by 3. I'm just gonna squeeze half of the lime. Into my cup. And then it calls for half a teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. So I had to make my own. I have to make a lot of my own things here. There's not a lot of conveniences or things that I can find, or maybe they're there and I can't read the language in the stores that I go to, so it's hard for me to find a lot of the stuff. So I made my own. So I got fresh ginger that I cut the skin off of and chopped it up. 2 ounces of that, 2 ounces of fresh garlic, and a 1/4 cup of water. So you can put it in a food processor, you can use an immersion blender, or you can put it in one of these little choppers, and you just run it till it turns into a minced paste. And so then you have that. You can save it in the jar. You can use it in a lot of your meat recipes. I did a stir fry last night, and I just threw a teaspoon in there. In the United States, I used to be able to buy minced garlic, and I loved it. And by the spoonfuls, I would just throw it in. So now I've made it, and I can add it to a lot of my recipes, and I absolutely love it. So the recipe calls for half a teaspoon of this, and because I'm doing 3 batches, I'm just going to do 3 of this. And then I just throw in about a half a teaspoon of liquid stevia, because that just adds to the flavor and it's absolutely amazing. I'm just going to get my whisk and stir all of this together until it is all well combined. And I gotta tell you, when Catherine and I made this the other day, it was absolutely amazing. Like, you're definitely gonna want to make this because it is so good. So where's everybody tuning in from? Put in the comments where you're tuning in from, because I know that everybody's from all over. We have members that are in Europe, and we have members that are in the United States. I'd love to hear from everybody. Hi. And once it's all just mixed up, you can see it. is really good. So Catherine and I on Thursdays, we cook live. It's, Facebook has messenger chat rooms now, which are similar to Zoom. So we love cooking together every Thursday. We've been doing it for a while. And so we thought it would be fun to have others cook with us. Because we can do it just live between the two of us through Messenger on the video. But as soon as I saw that Facebook came out with the chat room, then we thought, well, hey, we can cook, more people can cook with us. So you can cook with us on Thursdays, or you can just hang out with us and talk to us, because during the live, like, I'm talking and you can comment, but we can actually see and talk to each other inside the chat room, so that's pretty cool. And then you can see what we're cooking while we're cooking it, or you can cook it with us because we post the recipes and you can get the ingredients and cook with us. So here's the sauce. It's about how much it made, and I did 3. And it's really good. It's really good. So, I hope you're all having a good day. I hope you have a good day. I know it's early for some, it's later for others. For me, it's dinner time, but I know others are just waking up, or it's breakfast time, or it's lunch time. So, I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you for tuning in. You definitely want to make this dipping sauce because it is amazing. Trust me. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Thanks.